How would you describe Lowood?
Well, the fact that a ton of girls died there of typhus about sums it up. We were fed the same thing every day, and the portions were much too small for us, and the porridge was always burnt. Our rooms were cold, so cold that our water for washing was frozen in the morning. Eventually, a group came into the school and told Brocklehurst he either had to make improvements or shut down. He made the changes, I stayed at the school 6 years after that.
What were your first impressions of Thornfield?
I, of course, loved Adele. She's exuberant and intelligent. My introduction to Mr. Rochester was very strange, of course. His horse slipped on some ice, and he came tumbling down to me. But other than that, all was well in the beginning of my stay.
What were your thoughts concerning Grace Poole and Mr. Mason?
I just figured she was a crazy servant. Nothing more, nothing less. I did not like Mr. Mason, however.
Why did you originally object to Mr. Rochester's proposal?
He had no reason to love me. We were on opposite sides of the social ladder.
What happened the night before the wedding?
Well, I had nightmares about children most of the night, but my worst fear was of Grace Poole tearing my wedding veil in half.
What happened at the wedding?
Long story short, I learned Rochester was married already. It turned out he was married to Mr. Mason's sister, who is mentally handicapped. Grace Poole takes care of her. Bertha was more animal than human.
How did this news affect your relationship with Rochester?
Well, I forgave him, but I knew as long as Bertha was alive, I could be no more than a mistress to him. I left him.
What kind of work did St. John find for you?
I would be running a school in Morton.
What are your thoughts on Rosamond?
She's flirtatious and silly, but St. John loves her, and I do enjoy her company.
So why was St. John looking for you?
John Eyre had died and left me a fortune of £20,000.
Why did you refuse to marry St. John?
I did not love him, and I refused to betray myself in that way.